New questions tonight about the tragic death of a diva. Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Devin in for Lisa Gibbons. Tonight, the story of Aaliyah's meteoric rise, the fatal plane crash, and an exclusive interview with the man who discovered her. Barry Nolan leads off our coverage.
It's scary. Really, really, really scary. And I want to be scared tonight.
That was Aaliyah earlier this month, facing her fears at the New York premiere of The Others. She was there with boyfriend Damon Dash, a hip-hop music producer, even sending her heartfelt support to Mariah Carey.
I know this business can be difficult, it can be stressful, so, much love to Mariah. Hopefully she gets better soon.
Who would have imagined just weeks later this young, talented, and beautiful singer-actress would lose her life in a horrific plane crash?
You don't wanna throw it all away.
The images are shockingly contradictory. We see the videos and movie clips of a young woman so full of energy and bright promise. Then the chilling footage of the crash site in the Bahamas. Aaliyah and 8 others on board the twin-engine Cessna were killed in paradise. They had just finished shooting another video. But while some are wondering whether the plane had been weighed down by too much equipment, possibly causing one of the engines to fail, for those who knew Aaliyah, no explanation will ever ease the pain of their loss.
I started to tear up myself, so it hit very close to us here on the stage.
Ed McMahon has known Aaliyah since she was 11 years old when she appeared on Star Search. We caught up with McMahon on the set of his upcoming talent show called The Next Big Star. Ed says he was floored when he heard the news from his talent booker, who was good friends with Aaliyah.
What really disturbed me was the fact that she was just ready to really hit what she wanted to do, what we all talk about, hopes and dreams. Everything was going great for her, and that always makes it so doubly tragic when something like that happens.
I got it. They start you at the bottom, and then they fling you up in the air.
Aaliyah was as bold as she was beautiful, as she proved in this video diary for MTV. And this star summed up her adventurous spirit to Extra with these haunting words.
If I can do it, I'm going to go for it. New experiences, there's nothing better, Got to take risks in life.
And Aaliyah had some amazing things to look forward to. Extra's John Kelly now on the future plans that would have taken her from R&B sensation to mainstream megastar.
Who should be heard and who should be led?
Her new music video, We Need a Resolution, has been on the Billboard chart for 16 weeks. Aaliyah is sultry, even covered in snakes.
That was very sexy, very dangerous. It's fun.
Back in May, I talked with the rising superstar about her upcoming project. Talk about blockbusters.
Well, I just finished Cream the Dam this past December.
Aaliyah snagged the plum role of lead vampire Queen Akasha in the movie based on the Anne Rice book due out next April. It's the follow-up to Interview with a Vampire.
You're a vampire.
Aaliyah also won a coveted role in the top-secret sequel to The Matrix.
My character's name is Z. That's about it.
Good, bad, or evil in this one?
She's a good girl. I'm on the good side.
Aaliyah was set to start shooting the sequel in Australia. I asked why she wanted that part so badly.
That is one of my favorite movies to this day. It's like the Star Wars of our time. It's exactly what it is. And I was like, I have to be a part of it.
And what Aaliyah wanted, she got.
Aaliyah managed to set herself apart from the pack.
Jeremy Helliger is senior entertainment editor for Teen People. In this video shot in June, Aaliyah posed with Sugar Ray's Mark McGrath for the magazine's October issue. Helliger says she was sexy and sweet, and he remembers the time one fan was too shy to get her autograph.
Aaliyah noticed it, and she actually went after him to stop him so she could pose for a picture with him. So she was very gracious.
And her music was nominated for the upcoming Soul Train Lady of Soul Award. Producer Don Cornelius told me he expects an outpouring of emotion during the show.
You're going to hear a lot of tributes to Aaliyah, and rightfully so. She was so very special.
And fans will always remember Aaliyah as an artist who packed a lot into a short life and made it all look easy.
I don't really think about it. I just kind of let it happen.
And tomorrow on Extra, we'll show you how the stars plan to pay tribute to Aaliyah inside the Lady of Soul Awards tomorrow on Extra. The Teen People magazine featuring Aaliyah goes on sale September 7th.
Hollywood lost a rising star over the weekend with the death of 22-year-old R&B star Aaliyah. And we have the new details on the plane crash that took her life.
The hard work, the times when you're tired, the times when you're a bit sad. In the end, it's all worth it because it really makes me happy. And I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world.
An overloaded plane may have caused the accident that ended Aaliyah's life Saturday night. Just before takeoff, the pilot reportedly argued with the passengers. saying that 9 people plus all of the camera and sound equipment was too much weight to make a safe flight. His warnings went ignored, and the small twin-engine Cessna erupted into a fiery nosedive just minutes after leaving the Bahamas, where Aaliyah was shooting an upcoming music video.
Who should be heard? Will we remain?
Today, reaction to the death of the 2-time Grammy nominee is one of shock and disbelief. Record producer Quincy Jones said, quote, "She was like one of my daughters. I am absolutely devastated." Aaliyah's ex-husband, singer R. Kelly, said in a statement to ET, quote, "I am deeply saddened by this tragic loss. My thoughts and prayers are with her family during this time of grief."
I was very fond of her work. I really thought she was adorable from the moment she first appeared on the scene, and it's just a shame to see it go.
The strangest thing is it happens to people very early in their career sometimes, and at very young ages, which makes it all that much more tragic.
She was one of my favorite, and not only that, not even as an entertainer, she was a great person. Great, down-to-earth, humble individual.
Aaliyah made her first TV appearance in 1990 on Star Search. Later, she performed with her aunt, Gladys Knight, in Las Vegas. The singer, who appeared alongside Jet Li in Romeo Must Die, was on the verge of worldwide status. With the successful release of her 3rd album last month, and a role in both upcoming sequels to The Matrix.
I play a character named C, and unfortunately I can't give out anything about the plot and, the storyline. So it's pretty much top secret, but it will be so much fun.
So are you ready to be frightened tonight?
Oh, yes. I love to be scared.
Earlier this month, I spoke with the rising star at the New York premiere of The Others. The R&B singer was slated to appear on numerous upcoming magazine covers and did this photo shoot for October's Teen People on newsstands next Friday, shortly before the tragic accident.
It's hard to say what I want my legacy to be, what I want people to say when I'm long gone. I want people to look at me as a full-on entertainer and a good person.
She will surely be missed. Cable's BET will profile Aaliyah tonight, while MTV will air a special tomorrow after TRL.
That's a look at the news this morning. Now here's Brian.
All right, Julie, thank you. Some American aviation experts have gone to the Bahamas to help investigate the crash that killed the singer and actress Aaliyah and 8 other people over the weekend. The twin-engine Cessna went down on Saturday shortly after takeoff. Errol Thurston was one of the first rescuers on the scene. He's in Miami. Mr. Thurston, good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where were you and how far away when the plane went down?
I was about 2 miles away when I got the call.
And how soon after that were you able to get to the crash site?
Within 2 to 3 minutes.
Give me an idea, if you could, of what you saw when you got to the wreckage.
Just twisted metal and smoke. But most of the fire was already extinguished.
Most of the fire had already been extinguished? How?
Yeah. Other rescuers that work at the airport, they were able to get fire extinguished and just extinguish the fire.
Now, as I understand it, 3 people originally survived the impact. Were any of them conscious when you arrived on the scene?
Yes, sir. Mr. Scott Gallen, he was still conscious at the time.
That's Aaliyah's bodyguard, right?
Yes, that's a bodyguard.
And what kind of condition was he in?
He had a lot of cuts and bruises and abrasions about the body. He was unable to walk, and I think he said he pulled himself from the plane, so he was pretty strong.
Was he able to speak with you at all? What did he say?
Yes, sir, he was able to speak. Mr. Scott, again, he was a real sport. He was just mostly concerned about the other passengers. When I asked him his name, all he worried about was the other passengers. That was his big concern.
Did you see Aaliyah on the plane or recognize her at all?
No, sir, I did not.
And how long did you care for the survivors before firefighters arrived on the scene?
Firefighters, they were right on the button. Right after I arrived, the firefighters, 1 or 2 of them were already there. But I cared for Mr. Scott for about, I'd say, an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. And then he passed away at the hospital.
He was then transported to a local government clinic on the island, and he died on his way to Nassau International for further treatment.
Errol Thurston, I thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Kevin Taylor, a producer for the BET Network, was in the Bahamas with Aaliyah shooting a behind-the-scenes look at her music video. Mr. Taylor, good morning. You were supposed to be on this plane, weren't you?
Yeah, I was indeed. Gina Smith, who also perished in the flight, had come to me while we were still in Miami the night before, and it made some pretty quick travel reassignments, and they had asked that my crew and I, who were supposed to be on the charter, take a commercial flight. And since, you know, the video had nothing to do with the transport, I said, okay. And of course, going, that wasn't an issue. And even coming back, it wasn't an issue. It was just a matter of schedule changes.
How long before the plane took off had you spoken with Aaliyah or dealt with her?
We got up really early that morning, as we had been doing the whole time, and somewhere about 9 o'clock, 9:30, Aaliyah and Scott and the other people who perished made their way onto a catamaran so that Hype could take them into the middle of the sea.
We're looking at some of the video that you were shooting with her. Was this kind of a collaborative process, or were you just kind of like a fly on the wall here?
Well, that's the wonderful thing about getting somebody who is just really sweet and supportive. Oftentimes you put a secondary camera in an artist's face and they're very, okay, you're welcome, but get out of my way. Aaliyah, every time the camera went off, would make her presence know, come here, come here.
Yeah, I was listening to this. She keeps in back. I'll shut up a second. You can listen.
It's a beautiful sunrise shot. Sometimes what you gotta do. Pretty painful, but hey, it's off. Look at the video. Very islandy city. Islandy.
Mr. Taylor, supposedly they had a larger plane booked. Do you have any idea why they switched?
No, I've heard that they had the larger plane booked for Sunday, and that, understandably, Aaliyah and her family, and that's what I will call them, wanted to get back sooner. I could understand. As much as people, you know, the Bahamas and the glamour, it was very tiring.
They wanted out.
I've heard reports that she was up as early as 4:30. Aaliyah was up at 3, and so by the time noon arrived, she was exhausted.
Are you aware of any argument that may have happened, supposedly, between a member of her entourage and the pilot?
The speculation of that is still is unsettling and makes no sense to me, because the pilot would instantly put his own life in jeopardy. It's not as if a secondary pilot suggested that the plane go up. Why? I mean, they've
so you're not aware of any excess luggage problems or anything else?
I can't imagine that. I know they were traveling heavy, because that's the reason we weren't on the charter, but too heavy for the flight is not a speculation that I would even dare to take on.
Yeah, you're pretty haunted by how close you came?
I like, even now, I can see you and that monitor right there, and that's it. I've made it kind of shut off a part of my brain that doesn't even see the footage, that doesn't even see it yet. So I know I need to have a moment with it, but right now I just know it's God's grace.
Kevin Taylor, thank you, and there's going to be more of this, I guess, more of the same tonight on Entertainment Tonight. Good seeing you.
Same here, believe me.
I can believe that. 7:10.
Here's an extra update on the Aaliyah tragedy. Tributes continue to pour in for the R&B singer who was killed Saturday in a plane crash. Singer Mary J. Blige says Aaliyah was a woman who went after her dreams.
She was, you know, a good example for children, like, to follow their destiny.
And new fans are finding Aaliyah music. Sales for her latest album are up 41%. Funeral services are set for tomorrow in New York. And that's an extra update.
ET has learned that the private funeral services for Aaliyah will be held tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Church of St. Ignatius, Loyola, where Jackie Onassis' funeral was held. And last night at the premiere of the romantic comedy Two Can Play That Game, the movie star Vivica A. Fox said the press should stop trying to blame someone for the tragic crash.
We need to let the families grieve, let them grieve in private, and be supportive.